Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi on today's show. Lots of exciting races to close out the year here at Parx. We're also going to head to Los Alamitos, Oaklawn, and Gulfstream Park. Take a trip to the Val Equine Program. So much more on today's show. We want to wish all of our Let's Go Racing fans and families a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And we have a couple of special days to join us here at Parx. December 30th and 31st, we have 7 stakes races.
Perfect way to end 2024. Get ready for 2025. Some serious horses running for big time money. Get out here.
We love it. And Christmas Eve, we also have a special card of racing with an earlier post time, 11:05, so everybody can get home for Santa Claus.
Yeah, and don't miss the finale today because it's going to be my last ever Parx picks. I've had enough.
DJ's retiring. He's getting cold this Christmas. Well, lots to get to. Let's jump into this week's local race, and Dani's closing out the year fiercely. We're going to take a look back at Monday's 9th race. It was a mile and 70 yards, optional claiming $50,000. They're running for $52,000 is the purse. And our favorite is Lonesome Boy, my choice.
Yeah, Dani's pick. I mean, she went way out on a limb here with a 4-5 shot. Come on, show some heart here.
Celestial Moon takes second choice. Jamie Ness, who's closing up on a really big year.
Yes, he is, and I took about as much of a risk as you did by picking the 6-5 Celestial Moon here. A bunch of scratches, which brought the prices down.
It certainly did, and it was a sloppy track. Here's Monday's 9th race.
Celestial Moon has a clear-cut lead. Depositions in second. Moving backwards, My Imagination, Lonesome Boy, he's gaining. He's 2 lengths back. He's in third. Then it's back to Praetorian Guard, just loping along at the back. 23-2 for the opening quarter. They begin their run down the backstretch. Celestial Moon keeps Deposition at bay. He has about 1.5 lengths over him. Moving up into third, Lonesome Boy, he's continuing to gain, tugging on the reins. My Imagination back to fourth, continuing to lose ground. And at the back, but gaining, Praetorian Guard. Celestial Moon has done it pretty easily so far. They go into the far turn, 47-3, and Celestial Moon well within himself. Deposition continues to inch closer. He's just 1/2 length off. Lonesome Boy, he's in third. Praetorian Guard's gotten the cue. He's beginning to make up some ground in fourth, and My Imagination now 5th and last. They go through the far turn. Deposition up to challenge Celestial Moon. He sticks his neck in front. Lonesome Boy's making his rally now. He's in third and gaining on the outside. Praetorian Guard under a drive in fourth. My Imagination now at the back in last. They go through the far turn at the top of the stretch. Deposition has the lead. He has some company coming on the outside. Lonesome Boy trying to challenge. Celestial Moon fights on the inside. Praetorian Guard down the center of the track. Lonesome Boy comes up to challenge Deposition. Those two in tandem. Lonesome Boy sticks his nose in front. Deposition comes right back. 16th left. Lonesome Boy.
And Lonesome Boy just loaded, looking for room. Look, this horse loves the off track. I knew he was coming in live. He got a bogus scratch up at Penn National. This horse was ready and sitting on a win.
Yeah, look, his numbers are really good. We mentioned last week, this is a horse that ran in the Wood Memorial, ran in the PA Derby, ran in the Bellezzi. Obviously, this is a step down in class and was very impressive. Congratulations, Dani. That's 2 in a row. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, and really happy for jockey Adam Bowman, who just suits this horse perfectly. Hugo Padilla, the trainer. Now we're going to jump to Tuesday's 9th race. Allowance optional claiming a few in for that $16,000 tag. They're going to go 2 turns, 1 mile and 70 yards. $50,000 is what they're running for. Just Step on It. Really nice horse for Lou Linder is the post-time favorite.
Yeah, and again, last time it was just whatever could go wrong, did go wrong in the PA Derby. Just really wasn't good enough. Get him back where he belongs. Big chance. Just missed in the Smarty Jones.
And we're going to see Drop Line stretching out. That was actually suggested by jockey Michael Sanchez, who rode him before for trainer Bobby Moscow.
Yeah, and anything that Michael suggests these days, even though he's not riding, you have to listen.
Here's the call, Tuesday's 9th.
And In Spades has wrestled the lead away. He's about 3/4 of a length over Drop Line. Back into third now. It's Just Step on It. Then it's Game Time. He's a clear 4th, followed by Jasper's Pride, Yes Sir Colonel, Hermoso Hombre. Still at the back, Divine Armor, 22-4 the opening quarter. They continue on down the backstretch, and In Spades continues to lead. He has a clear advantage. He has a length over Drop Line. Just Step on It. He's in third to the outside. It's Game Time. Then it's Jasper's Pride, Yes Sir Colonel, followed by Hermoso Hombre. Divine Armor at the back, 1/2 mile left to go. 47 flat for the half. Battle continues on the front end, and Drop Line now has the advantage. In Spades back into second. It's Game Time. He is gaining into third. Just Step on It. He's going in reverse. Yes Sir Colonel's taking the 4th spot. In 6th, Jasper's Pride. Then it's Hermoso Hombre, and still at the back, Divine Armor. Drop Line's all by himself on the lead. He says, "Come and catch me," as they go around the far turn. Drop Line and Abner Adorno have the lead. Chasing in second, it's Game Time. It's In Spades, Yes Sir Colonel. Long Shot's making up some ground into fourth at the top of the stretch. Dropline has a clear and commanding lead. It's game time. The veteran is all out trying to reel him in on the outside. Yes, sir, Colonel. Hermoso Hombre getting in gear late. Dropline has the lead. Yes, sir, Colonel looks like the main danger charging down the track, but it's Dropline with the 16th left to go.
Dropline and jockey Abner Adorno just led every step of the race. A decisive 3-length victory. Abner had quite the week, as we'll talk about later, but good suggestion by jockey Michael Sanchez stretching this horse out. He really carried that speed.
Yeah, I love those. I love stretch outs anyway, Danny. When they have early speed sprint races, you put them out there loose in the lead. It's almost like it's a workout. There's no other horses around. Open up 6 at the 8th pole, cruised home.
Yeah, he can just go at his own pace. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we have more racing, and our track announcer, Jessica, takes us out to the Delaware Valley Equine Program. All this coming up.
Alani has the lead. She's keeping Reconcile at bay as they go around the far turn.
Let's boogie into the new year at Parx Casino with the $100,000 New Year's Eve sweepstakes. Starting at 7 p.m., 25 lucky winners each hour will receive $500 free slot play. That's 200 total guests. Groove over to X Lounge before 11 p.m., decked out with your best disco vibes for free slot play prizes. Check out Fish Out of Water and DJ Tonka at 360. Tickets on sale now. Can you dig it? It's New Year's Eve at Parx Casino, the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Parx Casino. This is how you win.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. We have more racing from Parx. We're going to take a look at Wednesday's 8th race. This was a really competitive race for our fillies and mares going 6.5 furlongs. One in there, a few in there for that big $75,000 claiming tag. Pay attention to that. And they're going to run for the $42,000 purse. Both horses here are 6-5, but Alani does take the money at post-time favorite.
Yeah, Alani John, Service Car Guys Racing. Obviously, a horse who's had some trouble winning, but is always right there. 6 starts, a win in 4 seconds.
Yeah, and top trainer Linda Rice sends Reconcile down here to Parx. Jose Lascano, her regular rider, is aboard this really pretty great filly by Warfront.
Yeah, and whenever Jose comes down, you better pay attention.
Certainly do. Well, here's Wednesday's 8th race.
And Alani trying to shake off Reconcile on the front end. 22 flat for the opening quarter, half-mile left to go. Alani and Reconcile, these two are in a race of their own for now. Beautiful Crazy Girl, she's in 3rd. Her stablemate Beautiful Bolt, she's in 4th, but just lost that to Bella Queen, who's beginning to make a big rally. She's in 4th and gaining. Then it's back to Jody's Ruby 6th, Jay Willard at the back. Alani has the lead. She's keeping Reconcile at bay as they go around the far turn. Alani to the inside, the gray Reconcile, less than a quarter mile left to go. All the while, Bella Queen continues to advance. She's in 3rd. Alani hits the top of the stretch with the lead, 44-4. Those two are sizzling on the front end. On the outside, Reconcile comes right back at her. Alani fights on. Bella Queen down the center of the track. Reconcile has now wrestled the lead away from Alani, and she is opening up with the 16th left to go.
Jose Lascano with a really aggressive ride. Reconcile getting the win, but Bella Queen was coming fast for a good second by 5 lengths, but this really nice homebred by Warfront. Dam has Tap It for Robert Evans. That's a big name in horse racing.
Yeah, and this horse was not in for the $75,000 price, and it's not often you see a horse around here claimed. Alani was claimed for $75,000 by Mike Moore.
Yeah, she was. Well, look forward to seeing her in the new barn, and really nice filly, so could be interesting. Well, Delaware Valley Equine Program is one of the best in the area, and we love learning about it. Our track announcer Jessica takes a tour.
Hi everyone, we are taking a field trip out to Delaware Valley University today. We are out of the studio, off the racetrack, and on the farm. I'm here with Corey Kieschnick, and tell me about your role here at the university.
So I am Chair of Equine Science and Management here at Del Val. I'm faculty, and I also am Director of Equestrian Sports, so oversee our equestrian teams here on campus as well. So we have 2 on-campus equine facilities here. We have our equestrian center where our school horses are, where we're riding the horses and certainly using that facility for our management classes as well. And then we're here right now at our on-campus breeding facility. So the horses have a lot of different jobs here.
And how many horses do you have on the property?
Oh, great question. It depends where we are in our breeding and foaling season, but anywhere between 75 and 85 horses on campus.
I'm joined here now with Callista Dingus, a senior here at Del Val. Now, tell me about your experience in the program and what made you want to choose this as your university path.
Well, I chose this program as a whole because of the breeding program that we have here on campus. I was very interested in the breeding and all parts that come along with it. I would really like to one day work at a breeding facility somewhere, whether that be with the stallions or the mares.
Tell me what it was about the horses that made you fall so in love with them.
The babies. I've never seen a baby horse, so the second I saw one, I'm in love.
I'm with Jenna Regal, who manages the breeding center here at Delaware Valley University. And tell me what a day in your life here entails.
A day in the life of me consists of a lot of different things, especially depending on the time of year. So a big part of my job is supervising the student staff, so students can work at either equine facility as student employment. So I supervise the student staff as well as classes that take place here at the breeding center. I also adjunct teach our advanced reproduction class that consists of foaling out the mares, of course, and then breeding them back with the students.
And what lessons do the students get from working with such young horses and experiencing the magic and the beauty of foaling?
I think they get a lot of life lessons throughout the whole thing, not just horse lessons. So the students do spend the night here. They do all of the foal watch on the pregnant mares. So they learn a lot about time management. So they're watching a mare all night, and then they still have to get up in the morning, go to classes, and maybe they have another job that they're going to. So they definitely learn about the industry as well about themselves and how to manage their time. One of my favorite parts is pairing mares with stallions, which I think some people don't think about. It happens kind of before the breeding season. But then I love seeing how those crosses actually come out once the foal hits the ground.
What do you find to be the most rewarding part about working with the horses and the students?
I think it's so great that the students come in and right away they have this community of people who are passionate about the same things that they're passionate about. And we love horses too. So when I meet them, you know, we all have different goals. The students want to either go to vet school, they want to be trainers, they want to go into repro, maybe they want to do media. But we all love horses, and so that's something that we have in common and we're all really passionate about.
Well, we were lucky enough to take a tour. It's a wonderful facility, great program. We really enjoyed that they've been coming out annually. We give away scholarships. They get to learn about the different jobs in horse racing. It's a really great program, and look forward to see some of these girls in the future, girls and guys.
Absolutely, look forward to it, and it's a great place up in Doylestown, right around the campus, one of the best around.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. We're going to get to our national races. We're going to head out to Los Alamitos in California. It's the Grade 2 Los Alfuturity, a mile and 16ths for 2-year-olds. Bob Baffert coming in strong here, but our post-time favorite is Gaming for him.
Yeah, 1-2, finished second to stablemate Citizen Bull in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
Well, Mike McCarthy's been the talk of the town for these Kentucky Derby preps. He has journalism, second choice.
This could not be much better bred. This is curling out of a really good mare, so Michael McCarthy trying to see if he can't get himself a Derby.
Would be really cool. Here's the Los Alfuturity.
And it's Getaway Car in front by 1 length. Gaming in second position. Journalism on his outside, with Rispoli having the potential to dictate terms to Pratt on Gaming as they race past the 5/8 pole. Then comes Mellencamp, and on the inside, Rank. 3 lengths covering the quintet. A half mile from home in the Futurity. Getaway Car leading. In second spot, Gaming. Flavion Pratt looking to break a 21-year-old record for most graded stakes victories in a season. And he's coming through now to challenge. He's got the rail option as Gaming pulls within a half length of Getaway Car. Wider out Journalism. Getaway Car is kicking away again. He is proving an elusive fugitive. Getaway Car on the swing for home by a length or so, drifting to the 6th path. Gaming on the insides under very heavy pressure. Journalism's the one setting out after Getaway Car. And at the 3/16 pole, Journalism races into the lead. Kicks past Getaway Car. Gaming is a flat third as Journalism bursts away with a 16th left to go.
Well, Journalism hooked Getaway Car and stormed past for the win. win. Michael McCarthy with a really nice 2-year-old. And like you said, the breeding is second to none. Mopetism, we saw her run here in the Cotillion back in 2017.
Right, finished fourth in the Cotillion, was stakes placed 10 different times. I mean, really neat horse. Cost $1 million. They bought her at the Racing Age sale back. And this particular horse here cost $825,000 as a yearling at Saratoga. So they thought really highly of him. I texted Michael after the race, said, maybe I hope this is your Derby horse. He said, me too. So they're obviously going to take a run at it. We'll see.
Well, he needs the first jewel. He's got the second one with Rumbauer, my biggest score to date. And big fan of trainer Michael McCarthy.
Aren't we all?
Well, let's go to Gulfstream Park. It's the $140,000 Tropical Park Derby. 3-year-olds on the turf going 1 mile and 16th. The favorite is Silent Heart for trainer Brian Lynch by his good turf horse, Heart to Heart. He had that beautiful heart on his face, and Julian Leperoux rode him.
Yeah, Silent Heart's a neat horse. I mean, just never runs a bad race. The question is, can he finally come back to his race and the showing up? If he runs that race again, that's probably going to be good enough to win.
Well, Irad Ortiz aboard second choice, Cugino.
Shug McGahee, West Point Thoroughbreds by Twirling Candy, also a horse on the come. We'll see.
Here's the Tropical Park Derby.
Feedalite, Coyote at a big number, 1.5 lengths in front. Silent Heart is there second at the inside. Live High, Live Low is now third. Inveigled out in the middle, and Braun works between horses. Down at the inside, sequestered at this stage is Cugino within a jam on his outside. Then from between, Full Nelson. Down at the rail goes Palm Tree, ahead of Freedom Principle, and Can Group is last. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. 46 3 for a half mile. Here's Perez on Silent Heart, taking on Feedalite Coyote for the lead. On the far outside, it's the gray Can Group circling horses within a jam. Speaking of in a jam, Irad is in one with Cugino. He's down toward the inside, and now he's going to hook to the clear for a 1/4 mile opportunity, but he has Silent Heart to catch. There's 1/8 mile to go. Silent Heart rouse forward. Cugino is hitting high gear. Live High, Live Low. Cugino's rolling here. Cugino in between wins the Tropical Park Derby.
Well, Irad gave Cugino a ground-saving trip to get the win. Really nice 3-year-old by sire Twirling Candy, and West Point Thoroughbreds with the win here.
Yeah, more than anything, turf racing is about positioning. You want a rider who understands it. Danny just pointed out how good Irad is at it. You've got to see the race prior to, see it the way the jockeys do, and if you do, you can find a nice bet. Cugino at 8-5.
Good win there. Well, we're going to go to another break, but we have so much more coming up. We have Best of the Rest and Jockey and Trainer of the Week. It's a good one. Stick around on Let's Go Racing.
Let's boogie into the new year at Parx Casino with the $100,000 New Year's Eve sweepstakes. Starting at 7 p.m., 25 lucky winners each hour will receive $500 free slot play. That's 200 total guests. Groove over to X Lounge before 11 p.m., decked out with your best disco vibes for free slot play prizes. Check out Fish Out of Water and DJ Tonka at 360. Tickets on sale now. Can you dig it? It's New Year's Eve at Parx Casino, the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Parx Casino. This is how you win.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Now it's time for this week's Jockey of the Week. Congratulations, Abner Adorno with an impressive 6 wins and getting in the money almost every mount. What a great week for this week's Jockey of the Week, which is sponsored by NovaCare, the power of physical therapy. Now let's turn our attention to this week's Trainer of the Week. Congratulations, Esteban Padilla, this week's Trainer of the Week. He won 4 races this week and his horses have been competitive, making him a force here at Parx Racing. The PTHA proudly partners with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation to bring this week's Trainer of the Week. All right, well, we're wrapping up the year and our leading jockey, trainer, and owner are coming home in a big way. DJ Michael Sanchez, Jamie Ness, and Top Notch. Give us some stats.
Yeah, so Jamie Ness is going to finish second in the country to Steve Asmus in total winners. He's at 358 at the moment. Steve is at 395, Danny, but Steve had 600 starters. Jamie's only got 304.
Half,
And
yeah.
starts, we're talking 800 fewer for Jamie Ness, who's at 25%, Asmussen at 18. Michael Sanchez at the moment is in basically a dead heat for the second most wins in the country. Irad is going to be first. He's the only one over 300. Michael's in a dead heat with Jose Ortiz and Jamie Rodriguez. They both have 267, 266. So Michael's got a chance to be the second leading rider in the country in terms of wins here in 2024.
That is some pretty cool stuff. We're lucky to have these top trainers and jockeys be right here at Parx. You get to see them every week. You don't want to miss it.
And our
Come out.
top owner here, too, Top Notch Racing. What kind of a year did they have?
Yeah, Marty Shaw, and he's a big fan, and they have a formula. They like to win races. They're big on getting PA breds, and they'll get aggressive. They'll drop a horse in there. They want to get the win, and they certainly had a great year.
Yeah, they're easily going to be the leading owner here in 2024. Congratulations to Marty and Top Notch.
Absolutely. Well, let's get to this week's Turning for Home family photo of the week. Smokey the Fire Cat was retired for our friends at owners 10 Strike Racing. He's an important member of the family here, living right here in Pennsylvania with his adopter, Mel. They love his personality, and look, he was in their wedding.
Yeah, of course he's in their wedding. Why wouldn't he be the best horse?
Smokey the Fire Cat. Well, let's get to this week's Best of the Rest. We go down to Gulfstream Park. We're going to take a look at Sunday's 10th race, a mile on the turf for fillies and mares. $37,000 is the purse, and we have a couple Parx connections down there.
We do. We have Center Stage, the 7 for Jack Armstrong, Bobby Musco at 28-1, Danny. And here's this horse going to come. Is this horse really going to win the race at Gulfstream? He is, in fact, going to win it. Get up by a neck. Center Stage.
Yeah, Miss San Gabriel was just glued to her hip, but she pulled away, and Jack Armstrong and his wife got to get in the winner's circle. Pretty cool stuff. Well, let's go to Oaklawn Park. It's the $150,000 Mistletoe Stakes, going a mile for our fillies and mares, and pretty strong field here.
Yeah, taxed is 4-5 in the race, but look out for my man Kenny McPeak with Cornerstone. I mean, he just wins everything. The Indiana bred is going to blow this field away with Corningstone. Kenny McPeak, he will be our vote for Eclipse Award winner for top trainer of 2024.
Certainly is, and gave Julian Lepper all the credit, just widening with every stride, a commanding win. Well, let's get to this week's PTHA Trophy of the Race. It was Tuesday's 4th race, starter optional claiming 6.5 furlongs in the distance, but they can't contend with Harp's Hot Corner. He's going for his 4th win in a row, and he does it here with Michael Sanchez, jock and trainer Jamie Ness.
We love Michael Sanchez and Jamie Ness. Do they win many races around here? Just about all of them, it seems.
And I caught up with trainer Jamie Ness after his win on Harp's Hot Corner and just what it means to win Leading Trainer of the Year, not only here, but at a couple different racetracks. Pretty impressive stuff. Would like to congratulate you. 3 wins now with Harp's Hot Corner. He's really competitive in this distance. Tell us about this horse.
Well, he's a little quirky. You know, like 4 wins because the day I claimed him, Butch Reed, they won with him too. You know, so he's had 4 in a row. He's a young horse. He's he's every time we put him in the gates, he's answered the bell. And races are going to get tougher, but he looks like a young horse that's going to continue to improve.
Well, and congratulations, you're going to wrap up Trainer of the Year title here in Maryland and Delaware, and just talk about all the planning that goes into winning a big title like that.
Yeah, it's great. You know, it's a accumulation of a lot of team effort. You know, I think we have like 65 employees, so everybody's got a little bit of piece of it, you know, and it takes they say it takes a village, right? So it does, and I got good assistants, good riders, everything. Try to get better and better every year. That's what we're trying to do. And I got a good infrastructure in the Mid-Atlantic region here, and you know, we move horses back and forth between tracks, and I got a little bit of advantage that way. So it's working out real good.
Always fun to talk to trainer Jamie Ness. And speaking of top trainers, Scott Lake retired a horse that was very important to his career, and you recently wrote about him.
No question. Daniel Montgomery, turning for home, got a note from a mutual friend of ours, Glennie Oakford, former Glennie Kane, who is a writer in the business. This horse, Emperor Tiger, who Scott had trained in the late 90s and went berserk, won like 11 out of 13 races, ran in the first claiming crown. The horse just passed away a couple of weeks ago at the age of 30. Glennie had the horse down in Lexington, Kentucky, and she wanted everybody to know how cool the horse was. So I ended up writing about it on Let'sGoRacingParks.com this week. So it's one of those heartwarming Christmas stories. But Emperor Tiger, who ran 73 times with 20 wins, Rob Orfanelli was the owner, and they retired to the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation. Glennie ended up getting the horse. It was like they were just giving away horses one day, and she had the horse very close to her heart. And I talked to her. She was actually in England when I talked to her and talked to Scott. It's a cool story. Check it out this week.
Oh, it really was an important horse to Scott. And 31 golden oldies. We love those horses. What a great life he had. Well, it's time to us to go to our final break, but Dick and I are going to try to make you some money, and we're going to talk about some other pretty cool news coming up on the other side.
It's happening again. Those missed tackles are starting to stack up. Your friends pleading with players who can't hear them, sweating it out week after week. But not you. Why? Because whether they score or not, there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, it is time for Parx Picks, where Dick and I give you our selections.
Trying for 3 in a row, Miss Dani.
Well, yeah, I have a theme here. We're looking at Monday's 9th race.
Yeah.
I'm going for 3 in a row, and so is Sunday's Spirit
There
for
you
trainer
go.
Jacinto Solis, Alicia Ruiz. Look, they got speed. I think they're going to take it to them early and shake off the oncomers.
Yeah, numbers are good. And Alicia, we mentioned Michael Sanchez a lot. Alicia has had himself a hell of a year here at Parx. Over 100 wins. He's been really good. I'm going to go with Prince of Chill, Esteban Padilla. The right day, this horse is really good. I'm hoping that Monday is the right day. I just can't. If I lose, I'm never coming back.
And he's by sire Winchell, so you have a
There
good
you
shot.
go.
Well, let's see what Craig thinks. Who's Craig's pick?
My pick for Monday is one we're going to have to wait a while. He's not running until the 10th race, number 4, Rally. I loved his last race. He hooked up with another horse, battled the entire trip, would not let that horse go by, won a photo finish. He was claimed by the Soto Martinez barn, which is clicking at 23% off the claim. And what I also like about Rally, he's a horse that's versatile. He can go to the front, even more effective, I think, sitting right off the pace. There are plenty of early targets for him, so I look for him to pounce on the final turn and, with a mild upset, win the finale at Parx on Monday.
All right, thanks, Craig. Well, Thorpeda Anna was in the news recently. She recently overcame a small injury.
Yeah, had a surgery, had a jaw issue, and apparently, Dani, it had been manifesting during the cotillion, which she obviously won, during the Breeders' Cup Distaff, which she won. She won anyway, despite that, and of course, she's going to be our Horse of the Year, and she's coming back next year. Can't wait to see her at 4.
Well, me and you will be opening presents and drinking
Yes, we
eggnog,
will.
but we won't be here next week, but you can watch the Smarty Jones and relive all that excitement.
20 years later, the Smarty Jones special. Be there, watch it. It'll be great.
You
It
don't
always
want
is.
to. You don't want to miss it. Well, that wraps it up for us. But we hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday and very Merry Christmas. Make sure you come out. We have lots of great racing to close out the year. We'll see you next time on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba has got the lead now. It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away. And Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Parx Pennsylvania Derby.